Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Delaney and welcome back if you've been here before. Today's video is going to be a spring fashion trend video. So on my channel, I like to do a fashion video every Friday, and every season I like to do a roundup of the hottest trends that I'm loving the most for that season of that year. So obviously today's is the spring edition, and I always preface these videos by saying the way that I construct them is by doing my own research. So I'll link the articles in the description box that I looked into for these trends. I also just pull from social media, everyday life, street style things that I'm actually inspired by, and I kind of conglomerate, I don't know if that's a word. I kind of just mush all of those together and then come up with a list of the hottest trends for that season. So I will be trying on all these outfits for you guys, showing you how you can style these trends. Obviously there's endless ways to do it. You can do it to fit your personal style, all of those good things, all those disclaimers, so that nobody has to get, you know, their panties in a bunch over this, pretty much the styles that I like. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, it means so much when you do. You can also always drop video requests in the comments below. I add them to a list. I'm gonna try to get to all of them. Who knows if and when that will happen. Happy to chat with you guys in the comments too if you have any questions. Okay, for starters, we're actually gonna talk about color. Obviously, pastels are usually a really big hit in the spring. Color in general only makes sense to be emerging more in spring and summer, but over the past couple of seasons, color has been really big in general across the board. So it's a little less specific to spring and summer now, but there is still, of course, always color trends for every season, every year. And instead of the classic pastels for spring this year, what I noticed a lot on the runways and on street style, social media, all those good things, is a lot of deep saturated hues instead. So not those like nice light creamy pastel colors, but more deep, bright, even some like neon colors. So for today's outfit, I actually styled a pair of fuchsia pants. I got these from Threads. They're so cute. The color is incredible. It goes with so many things too. You can definitely pair it with just some really simple neutral pieces, white, black, anything like that. You could even pair these with pastel. You can mix the dark, deeper hues with the pastels if that's what you're into. You can do a ton of color, you can do less color, and just let the one colorful item do all the talking, but it's really, really fun. I highly encourage any of you to try a little bit of this style of color in your wardrobe because it's a really fun way to express yourself. It's also great for dressing up a little bit more, but you can make it super casual as well. The next trend is these like micro cardigans. So I styled this one here from Lovers and Friends. It's kind of like a nice butterscotch creamy neutralish color, and it's the best that I could find for this video in like a short amount of time. So that's what I was working with, but I think you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say micro cardigans, especially like Jacquemus. I think that one is like the most famous. It has their little logo in the hardware, and it's just these really little cardigans that are just micro, you know, less is more. They're definitely more revealing and maybe a little bit sexy, but they're super cute. And there's of course variation on it, so you can get ones that are more like button-up style, ones that have a little bit more coverage. This one actually came with a little bralette that went under it that matches it, but a lot of them are just that kind of like open feeling to them. This is kind of a twist on a classic spring style. I feel like cardigans are definitely a staple when it comes to spring fashion, but this is this year's edition of it, being very cropped and very little. It does kind of give that clean girl feel to it. It's very minimal, it's kind of straight, clean lines, and it can be done very simply, which is nice. So I just paired it with some white baggier denim. I love the look of something smaller on top, something bigger on bottom, and then just some sneakers to keep it really casual. Next is bridal inspiration. So obviously, as I mentioned, everything can kind of be done in your own way to fit your own style. And when I came across this trend, I think it was on Harper's Bazaar, they were mentioning Givenchy and Louis Vuitton, I think Alexander McQueen, doing things with these bridal inspired feel to them. Looking on the runway, there's some really stunning things, and obviously in general, bridal is just really, really pretty. For my personal style, I wanted to do something that was a little bit edgier and more casual because that is kind of my personal way that I like dressing, but I still wanted to explore the trend and have fun with it and exercise styling muscles and all that good stuff. So I went with this corset style top that I have. It's actually from Lulu's, and it's white, it's lacy, which is obviously giving bridal. And then to make it a little more boyish and casual and edgy, I paired it with a trucker hat. I kept that white color so it was still kind of giving the bridal effect, and then I paired that with some sneakers and some trousers. So it's not super bridal, but when you're exploring trends in the seasons or just in general, I definitely recommend taking a trend and kind of making it fit your own style, so it doesn't have to be exactly what you've seen someone else style it as. There's so many different ways to interpret it and style it for yourself. So I actually had a lot of fun with that, and although it's not like screaming bridal, it still does explore that trend. Also, sorry if you guys can hear the like gardening going on outside. It's just the luck of the draw with filming. If you can't hear it, no worries. If you can, apologies. For the next trend, I'm going to talk about this like liquid metal thing that I read about, I think in Glamour, and I believe it was on Versace's runway a lot, and maybe Fendi. So sparkle is something that I talked about in my 2022 fashion trends video. So it's gonna be big all year is the prediction, and I'm definitely loving that. I think it's really easy to love sparkle. So fun, and it easily draws you in. So I'm definitely experimenting with more sparkle all of this year. But for this liquid metal trend, I had this top that kind of gave me that feel. I think that this could be interpreted so many different ways. So I do have some of those tops that are not sequins, but kind of chain mesh like, and they're sparkly and anything like that. I also just ordered a pair of pants that are kind of this liquid metal feel, but they didn't come in time. So I had this top, it's sparkly, it's silver, and it's kind of giving a little bit of a metal feel to it. Like I said, so many different ways to interpret trends and style them. So I went with that top, and then I paired it with some newspaper print jeans actually, just to make it a little more fun. Kind of gave me a Carrie Bradshaw feel, and obviously something like that is kind of loud. You could pair it with something a lot safer and try to tone it down a little bit, but I wanted to make it a little bit more funky and fun, so I just threw in all those types of things. I also think that it's a really good trend for dressing up, so I did pair it with heels and like a little clutch. The next trend is something I've been talking about a lot on my channel lately and showing you guys, but it is these underwire tops. I'm not sure a like technical term for these style of tops, but it's basically a underwire bra structure on a top, and I think it's so cute. It's really fun, it's super flattering, and it's not too bold or out there. So this is a style that is really easy to pair with all kinds of things. Again, you can go with that sort of clean, minimal look. Obviously, this is just really plain, and it goes well with trousers, with jeans, with cargo pants, with sweats. So this one is from Lulu's. I also have a black tank top version that I've been wearing a lot that you guys love from Princess Polly, and I just paired this one today with sweats to show you guys that style of wearing them. Literally, I think you can wear that kind of top with everything, and it looks so good. Also, being a fuller chested girl, I was shying away from that trend for a little bit because I thought it wasn't going to fit, but so far I've had really good luck with all the tops that I have ordered in that style. For reference, I'm like a 32, sometimes 34, so like a 33 probably, double D. So yeah, I usually get like a small in those type of tops lately, and maybe a little snug, maybe a little spillage, but it's been working. Next up is something fun. Rain boots are another thing that I think are pretty quintessential to spring style. What is that saying? Like, April showers bring May flowers. So it rains a lot in the spring for a lot of people, and I just picture spring with little ducks, and maybe ducks wearing rain boots, raincoats, umbrellas, things like that, and flowers, all the pastel colors, that kind of thing. So rain boots are a no-brainer here. They make sense, but I have seen obviously a trend with rain boots. While we were in New York for Valentine's Day, Clayton actually bought some rain boots for himself, some very fashion, bold rain boots, and that kind of inspired me. I wanted some rain boots too, and I wanted to have fun with the fashion moment of rain boots. Plus, they're a very functional item and something that I know that I'll use forever. So I went and got the Balenciaga Croc collab of these rain boots. So honestly, Kanye West was kind of my inspo for this. As we all know, he's a fashion icon, and he's been wearing boots like this a lot. He has this pair and I love the way that he styles them. I think it looks really cool. So for today's outfit, I actually styled it kind of with that in mind. So I love when he's been tucking them into pants. So I tucked them into this like cream pair of jeans that I had, and then a black bodysuit. So keeping everything kind of clean and minimal again, just because these are a statement and it's a little bit out there the way of styling, so I just wanted to keep it a little more toned down. But in general, rain boots are so fun to style. They look so good with shorts, I think, and with dresses, with skirts, anything that's showing your leg, but also as Kanye inspired me, they look really cool tucked into pants as well. So I love these. I think the outfit overall gave a really chic farm girl feel to it. I also styled my new Chanel bag that I got from a resale site called Retechi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm really happy with that. It goes so well with everything, so I'm just giving it a special shout out. And it's really cool when you can get things like that that are already used. So it's a more sustainable, environmentally friendly way to do that. So yeah, I love these rain boots though, aside from all that. The next trend is something I recently talked about on my channel as well, and that is crochet. So I'm sure you guys have seen crochet everywhere, again, for a couple of seasons. I think I read about this trend on Marie Claire, and I have this little crochet bag from Princess Polly that I used to style for today's outfit. Crochet is super fun. It gives this sort of hippie feel. It's colorful. It definitely is very springy and summery, and I've seen it a lot with dresses, skirts, even swimwear. I actually have a crochet bathing suit, which is really cool, but for today's outfit I wanted to do just like a little pop of it. I think the crochet hats are super cute as well for a little pop, and then I kept the rest of the outfit just kind of like casual and laid back, again because this is kind of doing a lot, but this can also be mixed with a more eclectic look. I think that works really well too. The next trend I want to talk about is cargo pants. I've been seeing these everywhere. I've actually always been a fan of cargo pants too for as long as I can remember. If you guys follow my clothing brand, Boyd, we actually just came out with cargo pant sweats that I'm obsessed with. I just love being able to have so many pockets. I love that cargo pants are kind of boyish feeling, a little bit more masculine, and they also give that utility feel to them. So I've seen a lot of camo cargo pants, which I've also always been obsessed with for my whole life. My mom always wears camo cargo pants too, so I got it from her. And for today's outfit, I'm gonna style these thrifted cargo pants. They're really old and they're kind of a low rise. They're super cute, and cargo pants are so easy to style. There's so many different ways to do them. They don't have to be camo. They go with heels, with booties, with sneakers, crop tops, bodysuits, sweatshirts, oversized t-shirts, you name it. I think that it goes with cargo pants. So for today's outfit, I do like having that mixture of something small on top and something bigger on bottom. So the cargo pants are really baggy that I have. I went with this super cropped t-shirt, and then I also just wanted to have a little bit of fun with those deep kind of neon hue pop of color moments. So I actually put on a pair of orange heels with that, which is pretty much out of my comfort zone. I loved the way it looked though. It would be something fun to wear maybe out to a dinner. It's not super dressy, but it is a little bit more dressy than my normal just because it is heels. Definitely just have fun with cargo pants. They're incredible. The next trend is bras as tops. I've seen this everywhere. I think on the runway it was maybe like Fendi, Coach, Versace again. But for the style that I wanted to today, I actually took this lacy bra here, and I think that looks really good for this styling. But also you can just use a bralette, something that's more athleisure looking if you're more comfortable with that. This is a little bit more risque, obviously. It also feels a little bit more dressed up and edgy to me, but pretty much any style of bralette or bra can work for this. And I paired it with some faux leather trousers as well, because that just kind of fits the whole vibe that I was going for here. And then a really good way to style this trend is with something bigger over top. So if it's like a baggy cardigan or an oversized blazer like I have here, a jacket, I think an open over shirt, a button up, button down, whatever you want to call it, anything like that is going to go so well with this trend. It creates a lot of balance, and it's edgy, it's fun, and you can style it so many different ways. I actually made my version of it a little bit more casual. I styled it with sneakers, but it would be a great trend to wear with heels as well. I think because the bra that I chose was a little bit more sexy, I wanted to tone it down a little bit with the sneakers and just make it more comfortable for myself, but it is very versatile in terms of dressing up or down. Okay, the next one that we're gonna talk about is mesh. This is something that has been really big over the past couple of seasons as well, and I love mesh because I think that it fits my personal style really well, being a little bit more edgy, it's a little bit risque, and it's a really fun texture. I love having textures in my wardrobe. So for today's look, I have this skirt from the brand Fry London, and it is a really beautiful earthy tone midi skirt with a slit, and it is mesh. I wore a slip underneath it because it is a little bit see-through. Obviously with mesh, some things have liners, some things are just pure mesh, so be aware of that. But mesh is just so fun to style. You can wear it in tops with a bra underneath or nothing underneath if you want to, with skirts, things like that. Bodysuits look so good in mesh, and it just adds a little bit of pizzazz to any look. So for this one, I kind of dressed it up with a little brown crop top and then some brown heels and my little Bottega purse, the Jody. Really good purse, you guys. Highly recommend. And yeah, I love mesh. So there's so many things that you can do with it, so have fun with that one too. And then the last outfit that I have to try for you guys is this dress from House of CB. Another trend that has been big for a while and for honestly like years now is cutouts, but I love to see it every season come around because again, it kind of just fits my personal style. It's a little bit more risque, edgy, and it creates a lot of interest. So for today's video, I picked this black mini dress from House of CB, who just makes the best clothes ever. If I need a dress for something, I pretty much always get it from here. I am obsessed with them. They fit so well, and I loved this one for cutouts because it has two cutouts in kind of like more unusual places, I guess. It seems a little bit more unique, but cutouts can be as crazy as you want them to be or as minimal, like just a keyhole or something works for this trend as well. Whatever fits your personal style, but it is a nice way to just make something a little bit more interesting and not as plain. Okay, and then I also have a couple of styles that I didn't have clothes for, so I wasn't able to put together an outfit for you guys, but I wanted to share them anyways because they definitely caught my eye and they're things that I want to try to incorporate into my style over this season if I find the right pieces for them. So one of those is super mini skirts. So obviously mini skirts, again, are something very classic and only makes sense to be coming out in spring and summer, but I'm talking like really mini skirts. So this is giving maybe early 2000s kind of low rise micro skirts basically. I actually ordered one and it didn't come in time, so I wasn't able to style it for you guys, but I am very curious to see if I like this trend on my body type and with my personal style. So stay tuned maybe elsewhere on my channel or over on Instagram or TikTok to see if that comes and if it works for me. If that's something that you like or like suits your style and your body type well, it's definitely trending and it's super fun. It's nostalgic. You can have a lot of fun with it. And then the last thing I actually ordered something for as well, but it's not here in time, and it's that netted material. So it's similar to mesh, but mesh is going to be a lot tighter and finer. So the netted look that I'm talking about is, I don't know, I'll put like a photo here for reference. It's more open and it's a wider knit of the material, I guess you could say. And I think it's gonna be really big heading into festival season. It seems super fitting for that. And outside of festival, I think it's also great for like swimsuit cover-ups. I actually have one, a swimsuit cover-up that's like that I could have used for this. But street style wise too, I think it's gonna be really fun with like dresses or tops, even pants with unique layering. So that's something that is trending and I think is really cool. I wish I could have made an outfit for it for this, but I wanted to share it with you guys nonetheless. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys like these trends. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video.